This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. But tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by a much-discussed third-rounder in last year's draft, the second-year pro out of Cincinnati, Desmond Ridder.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss. Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Ridder. This one left side caught by Gibson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. You look at this Bears defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But in the end
and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
So now here are the Bears with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led out by the 5th-year dual threat and former #1 pick in 2019, Kyler Murray.
And while he won't admit it because his team lost the game, he had some fun in the last one.
He threw for over 400 yards.
I mean, there's no getting around it. As a QB, yeah, okay, we lost the game, but boy, that felt good flinging it around. Now he's got to figure out how to do the exact same thing, yet turn it into a win.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you we won that battle on the last play.
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Wide open receiver complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Kamara fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Again, Kamara. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Alvin Kamara with career touchdown number 75. And the Bears use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Commanders nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work up.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Washington Commanders, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against this defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this #1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long.
Ready.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, it's Ritter. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Ritter will set up to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Nice play by Vea. One of the biggest names and biggest players in the NFL, and someone who took big strides as a pass rusher last season. A nice campaign with 6.5 sacks and plays the run oh so well.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bears 1st down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give them a new set of downs. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Bears had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Shotgun now from Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. Murray now to throw. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline.
Intentional grounding.
And yep, indeed, the flag is out. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that his defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Flush to his right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And goal at the 3-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down, and the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Ritter. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
This time they stay on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games on the docket for this weekend, the first being at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in London. The early start between the Bills and the Jags. In the late afternoon games, one to keep an eye on for sure will be in Minneapolis, where it'll be the Vikings taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And then on Sunday night, the national audience in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. We just watched a solid first half from the veteran running back, Alvin Kamara. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And quickly, they get to the line. First down, Murray. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Vita Vea able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
But they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down. Well, it's too adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw taken in by Hockenson here. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2nd and 5. In motion is McKenzie. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Ritter back to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Myers' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Now 3rd down and 7. To throw is Murray. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with this 4th down call.
And he is going to have the Bears 1st down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th. Murray now. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Vita Vea bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. Murray going to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Murray. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I would have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
Murray now on 1st down. A short throw to Ingram. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. From the gun, Murray. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have the Bears 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
And the Bears 1st down.
Buying time to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, it's Murray. Being chased out left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Tucker's kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So that not just important to the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
Now Washington down by 2 touchdowns, 2:18 on the clock. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out.
Down. Ready?
Now Ritter to throw on 1st down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. Here comes 2nd down and 5.
Smash, press. Ready, ready. Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Ritter. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll start out here with the option left. And a short gain here down to the 22. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Kamara up the middle. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They're going for it. Hits Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.